All right, I am here with Tim Kane, an old co-worker of mine from the Heritage Foundation days. Great economic conservative, smart guy, who is now, thankfully, helping the McCain campaign out on economic issues. What's McCain going to tell us tonight about economics?
I think he'll talk a lot about economics. He can just stand there, and the national security message is pretty clear, overshadowing the other side. But he has a great economic plan. The issue is, will the media pay attention to it? You get a speech like this, and you can really draw a distinction on taxes. One candidate said he's going to lower taxes for everybody. He's going to lower taxes for employers, which is an even bigger deal, from 35% to 25%, meaning, hey, if you do the very simple math, 10% more jobs or 10% better jobs, higher pay, great message there. He's going to talk about energy, really strong on the alternative that will really work, nuclear power. Talk about drilling, which the Democrats haven't done. Thank you for that expensive summer of gas. So I think you can run down a host of issues. Healthcare inflation, which is a big deal for John McCain. He knows that's what's killing us in the pocketbook. He'll talk a lot about economics, and I think he's going to knock it out of the park.
And does that message work with regular Americans who are under stress right now, or do they think, oh, well, this is that voodoo stuff I heard about in the 80s, what's going on here?
Yeah, the voodoo stuff worked pretty well, though, didn't it? I mean, if you remember that, they said Reaganomics wasn't going to work. Reagan brought the top tax rate down from 70% all the way to 28%. And since then, we've had a boom of things like Microsoft, Google. It inspires entrepreneurs to work, to invest, to grow the economy. And even Bill Clinton never raised the highest tax rate back above 40%, which makes Barack Obama's plans very scary. He said, I'm going to take the 5% that are the wealthiest in America this year and basically make them pay for everything that we're going to try to do in my administration. $1.5 trillion in new spending.
It's a very ambitious program of domestic expenditures, I think.
And from a guy, and from two candidates, Obama and Biden, who've never run a business, who've never run a nonprofit where you have to meet payroll. They don't get it. And I think Senator McCain and Sarah Palin, with their executive experience, they really do get it. And so I'm enthused. I think it's an easy choice on economics.
Well, we had a lot of fun watching Sarah Palin last night.
She was great, though, wasn't she?
She was fabulous. What did you think of her? And as to the experience question, are Obama and Biden being too nasty about it? Is the media being misbehaving?
I was shocked. Honestly, I was shocked that they don't know how to attack her, so they decided to make it personal. I mean, that doesn't go down well, and I think it shows the values that conservatives really have. They're not scolds, they just believe in life, and I think her story is about that. And I think the dumbest mistake in this campaign the history books will write is when the Democratic Party decided to sneer at small towns. That was a disaster. You don't go after a town of 9,000 people unless you want every town of 9,000 people, which makes up, what, 70% of the population, to vote for the Republican ticket.
Well, those towns are full of Reagan Democrats.
Yeah, they're working class people. They're union members, Sarah Palin's husband. So I think she just represents the future of the Republican Party.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for being with us, Tim.
Great to see you again.
Good to see you.